didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I went to college. I had a very general studies thing for a few years, and then I always knew I loved science, you know, but I also loved people. So it was this like battle in my head, like, which way do I go? And then I was like, well, how can I do both? And then I thought about nursing, which mad props to the nurses of this world, especially the ones who work here. You gotta love them. It's not for me. I can't do blood, can't do needles all the time, at least not to other people. So I knew nursing wasn't necessarily where I could succeed. And then I found occupational therapy, which I think looks at the person, the environment, different circumstances, barriers, and like how can you help people reach whatever goal that they have in their hearts. If they can't do it on their own, or they've tried multiple times before, how can we come in and help them figure out doing it in a different way, creating a brand new way, compensating for some possible way to get back to that goal. Like, for example, what really brings in like mental health and physical health for me is I was working with a gentleman who had just lost his arm, and so he needed a little help once he got discharged from the hospital, and he was living with some family members. And so I went over there with a wonderful student that we had at the time, and the two things he really wanted to work on was how can I keep exercising and how can I tie my shoes, because shoes are an aesthetic, okay? People love their shoes, you know? We don't want to just give people shoes that they don't enjoy or don't like to look at. He wanted to keep his shoes. So we went through a bunch of different ideas, right? So it's either let's learn how to tie shoes one-handed. Let's see if we can keep your shoes tied and you slip your foot in. Is that safe to walk like that? Are your shoes tight enough like that? And then the third option is if either of those don't work, can we get you different shoestrings that you don't have to actually tie, they hold in place and we can just tuck them underneath because aesthetic matters. And so kind of problem solving in different ways with that. And then one of the best moments working with that gentleman is I gave him some exercise bands, and we were going over different exercises he could do while he's kind of learning how to navigate his new balance. And so the moment he just started doing those exercises, his like face lit up. And it's like, that's why I'm here. That's why I wanted to go to OT school, so that I could have that connection of I'm helping someone with their physical health. Clearly they're extremely happy in this moment and they feel that success, that like not all is lost. I think occupational therapy overall is the most hopeful kind of job you can be in, and it's always very empowering and positive. And that's, I think, what I try to be in my everyday life. So why not also do that for a career and help people? And that's how I landed here.